Hi, this is a short demo of the Convert to UCS Python functionality in the UCS Python SDK. So a lot of you out there would like to automate your environments but lack the necessary understanding of the UCS object model or the APIs that the SDK provides. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get server automation going without knowing much about the UCS object model or the APIs provided by the Python SDK. However, you will need very basic understanding of Python language and probably 2 or 3 APIs provided by the Cisco UCS Python SDK. One assumption here is that you already know how to do those operations that you want to do using the UCSM GUI, the Java-based GUI that we have. So in terms of what I'm going to demo here, first we are going to launch the UCSM GUI using the Python SDK. So we'll not go to the web page and say start GUI, but we'll use the SDK itself to launch the GUI. Then we will run a function called convert to UCS Python in the Python shell. Then we will do the required operations on the GUI. These are the operations that we really want to do. And the convert to UCS Python that's running on the shell will sort of snoop on these operations that you are doing and will generate the equivalent Python script for them. So let's fire up a IPython shell. So this is interactive Python, and let's form a connection with one of the UCSs that we have. So UCS SDK, from the UCS handle file, let's import the UCS handle class. And let's create a variable called handle which will hold the connection information. So this is the host name, the username, and the password. So I'm going to say handle.login to log into that particular UCS, and we are logged in now. So you can confirm this by printing the cookie for that particular connection handle. And now we have to import from the URLs class again. Launch UCS GUI. There is a method that's written that will help us start the GUI for this particular UCS handle. So now I can do this, and this will launch the Java-based UCSM GUI for this particular UCS. So I say run. And here we have our UCSM UI. Now that we have launched the UCS UI using the Python SDK APIs, there's one more API you need to know about. So from UCS SDK.utils.convert to Python, import convert to UCS Python. So this is a method that we are going to be using, and you can run this without any arguments. And if you see there, it has started, it has printed out a log file for us. So this is essentially the log file that the GUI here is writing to, and the shell, the function on the shell is listening to the same log file. So whenever we do some operations on the GUI, the logs get written there and the shell reads them and prints out the equivalent Python SDK for that. So let's go prove this. So let me just create a new service profile. Creation of a service profile is a lot of steps. So let me just fit this into the window. Let's say my service profile, and try and create. Let me just click through this entire wizard. So we have the zoning. Let's add something. Zoning, let's say just a test, and then select this and add this here, and then have the default placement. There's no vBehavior policy. Maybe we can create one, and then use that. If you see there on the background, the vBehavior policy that we created, there's already script generated for creation of that part of it, but I'm still going to continue and show you the script for the entire service profile in one shot. So do we have a maintenance policy? Yes. We will assign servers later. Let's add a BIOS policy also. And now we are at the last step. The moment I say finish, so if you see here from the UCS change into estimate impact, there are so many different MOs that are going to be created. And when I say yes, let me just go clear up the Python shell here for us to. So when I say yes, if you see on the Python shell, there is a lot of activity here. I'm just going to make this window bigger so that you can see it in one screen. So here from the start of Python script, you see a bunch of imports. So these are the various different MO classes that are required for creation of this object. And then here in a hierarchy, you see first the LS server, which is the service profile object, which is saved in the variable MO. And then there's this LS vcon assign, which takes that MO that we created in the first step as the parent. So this is a parent-child hierarchy right here. And this LSVCon gets saved to MO1. Similarly, you have multiple LSVCons, and then similarly, if you see below, we create a lot of objects. Some of them are nested more than one levels inside. This is a script that you can directly copy paste and use. All it needs is the handle variable. So you need to do a handle.login and handle before this code and handle.logout after this code, and some parameters here can be tuned to meet your needs. Thank you very much.